Can you hear me now, guys? All right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start afresh. We're starting off with the XY, right? On our weekly time frame following our most recent swing, you can see that we are bearish on the XY. So we're going to mark it up. I use the line chart to get the precise levels where the candlesticks held and not just the wicks. So I'm really on point. And we can see currently now the price is around the 38% fib level. That is the level that is holding, right? Ideally, we should see price get to the 50% fib level or 61.8% fib level for us to be more confident in our sell. But in very, very strong moving trends, price almost never gets 50%, and it just tends to trend from the 38% fib level, right? Going down to the daily time frame now. On our daily time frame, we see an area for a possible double top formation. So we're going to mark that up. Then you see this fair value gap here as well. We're also going to mark that level up. Now, if you look below, you see this volume imbalance that price hasn't filled yet. So we're also going to mark that up. And this is an area we expect price to get to short term. So we're going to mark up the volume imbalance, expecting price to get there before it goes into form the double top, also to clear the fair value gap. These weeks are a bit thick. Right before price, so we're expecting price to come into this volume imbalance, trend below, and then go into form a double top. I'm just going to draw that so you have a clear picture of what we expect the XY to do. So this is what we're seeing on the XY. On the 4-hour time frame, the exact same thing. But we see price on 4-hour time frame, we see structure to the upside, right? Forming structure to the upside. What do we want to see price do on this level now? For us to know it's going to tap into that volume imbalance. We want to see structure broken to the downside. We want to see this structure here broken to the downside, and then eventually trade into the volume imbalance. Well, our bias on the XY is bearish. Now we're going to go to AUD USD. Starting off from our weekly time frame to get our trend as usual. Following our most recent swing, we see structure to the upside. So we're going to mark that up. Right? What level is price retesting? 50% fib level. Let's switch to the line chart to get the exact level. So you see when you switch to the line chart, it's no longer the 50% fib level, but the 38.2% fib level that seems to be holding on AUD USD, right? Now we're bullish on weekly time frame. Price is currently at 38% fib level. Let's go down to our daily time frame. Now here you see double bottom already formed, which should serve as some support, right? And you already see price trending to the upside. So we expect AUD USD to keep buying. And if for any reason this bias changes, we want this to come down, break this level and retest. So if it breaks below this level and retest, then we'll say, okay, our bias on AUD has changed. But for now, we are looking to long AUD USD. You see the relevant structures to the upside on our 4-hour time frame. You can decide to, now, if you decide to follow the most recent swing of 4-hour time frame, what we have here now is currently a bearish trend, which is against our weekly analysis. This is currently bearish, right? Regardless, for this bearishness to continue to the downside, we want to see price get to at least 50 or 61.8% fib level. So we're looking to buy AUD USD till it gets to this 61.8% fib level. And from where price currently is down to that level, we see we have about 30-something more pips to go. So if for any reason this Fibonacci swing is broken, right? We should see price at least get here, and then before it reverses. Now, there's something about Fibonacci swings. As long as price has not broken above 100% or broken below 0.00% level of the Fibonacci swing, that swing is still very much in play. So even if we keep seeing this going all the way up, we're still very much in play, unless price comes and breaks below the 0.00% before our bias will change. But for now, we're still very much bullish on AUD/USD to buy to at least this level before it retraces. So if you're longing AUD/USD today, you're still on the right track. We'll go down to our 1 hour time frame to see if or where we could have entered, because this trade has been going for a while. Let's check to see where we could have entered this trade from, or if we see a possible entry right in this moment. Sorry, the network is kind of lagging. Just going to wait a bit. How is it on GG all of a sudden? So if we're looking at 1 hour time frame, we could have entered this trade from this point here, but this was yesterday. If we're going to enter today, this is one. Now, before we enter this trade based on my specific entry technique, we would have waited to see a continuation pattern from this level, which was not formed, right? It wasn't formed, it just went there and then started to trade below. For us to enter this, we already see another formation happening here. So we're going to mark here and wait to see if this forms a continuation pattern, and then we continue to ride AUD/USD to the upside till it gets to those relevant levels where we already marked, following the swing that we marked on our 4 hour time frame. We're going to draw it again and then keep down those levels so you have it in mind. Okay. So we're looking at price. Oh, sorry, I didn't draw this swing properly. Right, so we're going to mark between 61.80 or 50% fib level to see if price gets there and starts to react to the downside. If it doesn't, we're going to keep buying AUD/USD to the upside. But if it respects the fib level and continues to sell, we already discussed what we want to see. Price should come and break this level here, which was marked previously but got cleared out due to the network. We want to see price come back here, clear this before we now consider selling AUD/USD. But for now, we are long on AUD/USD. Go down to NZD/USD now to see what this guy is doing. On our weekly time, I know NZD/USD and AUD/USD are very, very similar, so your price action is going to be almost the same. Weekly time frame, bullish, price already retesting our 38.2% fib level. Now, you can say price already tapped into 50%, so why am I not saying it's holding on 50% fib level? Because we want to see the candlesticks itself, the candlesticks testing a level and not just the wicks. So currently, price is retesting the 38.2% fib level of the swing on NZD/USD. On our daily time frame, another double bottom formation, price to the upside. But this is something I also noticed here, right? We see sell structure on the daily time frame of NZD/USD with price already approaching this fair value gap on this level. Also, although we are bullish, price might react based on this fair value gap and continue selling. So if this does this, before we jump in to say we're going to sell NZD/USD, we want to see this level cleared out. We need to see break of structures first before we change our bias for whatever reason. Following the recent swing here as well, 0.8B. I'm just going to keep this. Okay. Before following this swing on our 4-hour time frame, we see price is currently around 38.2% fib level. So where are we marking on this chart to see price get to before we start contemplating the sell on NZD/USD? We're going to mark between 61.80 to 50% fib level before we now wait for break of structures on lower time frames and then change our bias to a sell. Are we together? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to go slower. Okay. So I'm going to start off NZD/USD from the top. We're looking at our most recent swing, right? And we are bullish on NZD/USD weekly time frame. Price is currently retesting the 38.2% fib level. Right? Price is retesting the 38.2% fib level. The trend is bullish. When you come down on daily time frame, you see that price has formed one double bottom, which pushes price to the top usually. But at the same time, looking at the most recent swing on NZD/USD, you can see that a sell structure or a sell swing has already been created, right? So although we are still bullish using our weekly time frame, price could get into the fair value gap formed on this sell swing of NZD/USD daily time frame and start to sell off. Until it does that, we are we are bullish on NZD/USD. And before we change our bias, when price gets to this level and start looking for sells, we want to see relevant break of structures on the lower time frames. But checking 4-hour time frame now, you see we have structures to the upside. We've drawn our sell swing from point A to B. Price is going to, we expect price to trade into 61.80% or 50% level of this drawn swing here on 4-hour time frame, right? For us, so we're going to keep buying till price gets to this level, and we're going to keep buying till this swing is invalidated. But if for any reason price gets to the fair value gap, which we marked on our daily time frame, and starts to react to the downside, we are not going to change our bias on NZD/USD until we see relevant break of structures on the lower time frames. And by lower time frames, I mean 15 minutes, 1 hour. When we start to see break of structures reacting based off the daily fair value gap, then we can start contemplating the sell. Until that happens, we are bullish on NZD/USD. Are we together so far? We check on our 1 hour time frame. All right, thank you. On our 1 hour time frame, we still see price approaching the levels that we marked on 4-hour. Right? We have our swing drawn. Price is currently at 38.2% level. Come into this zone, we're going to keep buying. You could come here and break above this area and keep buying. And we're still going to keep buying it till it breaks above the swing outside. Because as long as price is still within that swing, we are still on point. But if price gets to these levels and starts to form structures to the downside, our bias on NZD/USD will change to a sell. If you go down to look at market milk now, let's go check market milk to see what the current strong/weak currency pairs are. I believe NZD and AUD/USD are going to be gaining strength. They should be strong, and we should see USD have some sort of weakness. Okay, so we see AUD, the dollar is currently weak, and AUD is caught in the middle. NZD is the one that is the strongest right now. So this gives you an idea of which pair to go for. If you're looking to long either NZD or AUD now, you have an idea, okay, NZD is moving faster than AUD, so you might want to go for NZD. Or you could decide to go for AUD and buy AUD, hoping that it starts to gain strength as well to meet its twin brother NZD up there, right? So you see how all of this is correlated and everything is aligned. And that's our bias for DXY, bearish. AUD NZD for now is bullish, goes into fair value gaps, pointed out, and starts to break structure to the downside. Our bias is going to change to a sell. With that being said, any questions, guys? Do you want to buy NZD USD now? I'm going to say this trade has already gone. Right, this trade is already very close to where we expect it to react from. So if you want to enter here, are you targeting 20 pips? Are you targeting 20 pips before the trade reverses? If we're going to enter this trade today, let's zoom in and see. Okay, okay, you could attempt it. Make sure your SL is tight. You can attempt buying NZD USD now. But I believe this buy trend has gone on for a while and is already approaching where we expect price to reverse from. However, you can attempt to buy it, get as little as possible, and then wait to see if price reacts from that level to the downside or it breaks off that level and just keeps going up. All right. All right, guys on the floor. What's your perspective on today's market? I think I'm the only one that trades AUD and NZD here, right? So what's your buyers on DXY? Lekon, CJ, Cynthia. What are we seeing on the XY today? Okay. Nigerian network will not shame us. Why is it taking so long? Sorry? This one? Next one. Okay. Sorry.
No, cancel.
Cancel.
Just press X there. Then yes, we're the next one to the right.
Okay, sorry.
You just click the X. So this is DXY. It's looking like it's still in that wide range. Yesterday it almost broke it. You can leave it on one now.
Okay.
Then just remove the tools. Bring the tools down. So yesterday it almost broke it. That tools man. Yes. So yesterday it got very close to breaking that range and then it started resuming back downward. So it's giving us kind of a hint. It's not yet ready to
go to the upside.
So it may make one more run to the downside, clear liquidity. As you can see, it has built up liquidity already on the base there.
Yeah.
So sell side liquidity is very much open to be cleared. So we may see one more push of DXY to the downside before the final resumption to the upside, because this liquidity it has gathered, it's juicy enough to take it out. So that sell is looking valid.
Okay. All right, so you've heard it from CJ. He's also seeing one more push down on DXY to the downside before it then decides to rally up. Okay, now
tomorrow is FOMC. So
just go and clear out everyone.
The last range that it was in was I think January FOMC that cleared it. Right. So possibly they will do the same thing.
So basically, you should just be careful, sir, because this week has a lot of high impact news coming out. It choke. So be careful, guys. Trade with caution. All right, I'm going to invite my colleague Lekon to come finish up today's analysis on his peers.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, let's quickly have a review of our trade on gold yesterday. Yesterday morning, in the course of the TD, I told us I'm actually selling gold. Good morning, sir. So yesterday we sold gold yesterday morning in the course of the TDA and delivered perfectly well, and you can see, let's just have a quick review of that. So yesterday morning, in the course of the TDA, we saw price get to this particular level, and reason why we intend to sell at this point was because of 1 hour. You get the point now. So this was the markup here. So when price enters into this level yesterday, price entered yesterday, that was why we intend to short gold to the downside, because we've already seen the forceful break of this, and this is shoulder here. If you go to lower time frame, like 15 minutes, you are going to see this clear shoulder here. So that was why price came all the way to this level, and we intend to short it with our SL above this level here. So we short at 2034, yes, 2033, 2034, around this side, and our SL was just 30 pips above, and it delivers to us 1:3 to this level. So that was just about 60, 70 pips you get, and that was it for yesterday's move. However, after immediately my trade just went straight to TP, the market just turned back, and we can see these two strong wicked candles here. You see both the buy, gold did 100 pips to the top and consumed it back. You see this sell, it did a very strong thing yesterday, but we're not there. But that's it, actually. That's the way gold will always operate. However, this morning, if we look at it from the higher time frame, from our daily time frame, you see it, price is still, kind of stalking around this level here. But let's remember that tomorrow is the Federal Reserve release of the interest rate for DSY for the dollar. So we are going to see a very strong noise in the market tomorrow. Then Friday, NFP again. So all those range that DSY is just forming, we are going to see the clean and clear noise, and we are going to pick in clean direction after those news. However, we can see clearly that the gold spot is still very much bullish, and coming to 4-hour time frame, we are seeing it again that it's breaking structure to the downside. However, it's just ranging in between that level there. But this is still the level we intend it to come to, somewhere around this place. Get the point now, somewhere around this level. That's where I'm still hoping gold will come to. But if the Federal Reserve cut rate tomorrow, then that means we are going to see a very, very sharp move to the upside, because that's going to cause a weak dollar if the rate is being cut down tomorrow. But if the rate is maintained, then it may still cause a kind of weak dollar, because yen are maintaining their rate. So if dollar too also maintains their rate, everybody has been staying in there, then that will also give us a kind of, so some level, a direction at which the dollar would move, right? But today, looking at the gold spot today, what exactly are we looking for to trade on it? Now, if you look at it, there's a level we marked some times ago that price may still come to for us to sell, and that is what we are seeing on the chart right now. However, we should get to our lower time frame first to see if price gives us a clean structure for sale. And right now, we are not seeing that structure yet. You get the point now. So we just have to wait till our entry signature forms, and we follow it to that direction. Does that make sense? Now, and if we look at the yen basket, let's look at the yen basket briefly. Since Sunday, for those who are on our email list, we already said we are looking forward to a bullish yen this week. So since Sunday, since yesterday was a bullish day for the yen. And at the same time, we can see today again, it's already start moving. So this week, we intend seeing a very strong yen this week, and that's what we are seeing here, is already moving to the upside. However, if we look at, which means that the yen correlated pairs are expected to sell if yen basket is buying. Now, if you look at GJ, the level we are expecting GJ to sell from, which is that range, that that level was set the other time. We can see it here. Price broke it currently. So I'm just waiting. This last 4-hour candle should close. When it closes, then that is now giving plain and clear confirmation for the GJ short. Now, if you go to 1 hour time frame, you can see on 1 hour, price already broke that level to the downside. You see cleared liquidity, clean with this last candle. So let's see this candle close. Then we now go to our lower time frame to look for our entry signature on lower time frame. And if you look at it on the 15 minutes, the entry signature on the 15 minutes has not really formed. Can you see it now? Let's look at 5 minutes if we are going to see any entry there. On 5 minutes, that's not really formed like that, but there's something like it here. Can you see it? Something somewhere around this place. But that's very, very early this morning. If you are the type who watch the chart as early as this, sometime around this, something around 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Yes, 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Some will have, grabbed something around this side. However, just let's wait and see how price, reacts back into that range. Then we can easily follow it to the downside. But we go to the lower time frame again, just to zoom in well to see. Oh, we can see clearly price is kind of fishy. So just let's wait for that candle to close and that confirmation, so that it won't be it just came to clear liquidity below here and it wants to reverse back. But remember, our overall bias on JPY this week is still a buy, so which has been playing out since yesterday, and even today again we've seen it started moving to the upside. All right, thank you so much. So good morning, sir. Please unmute, boss.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Lekon, good morning, my brother. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Good day. The market has chosen to respect itself this morning. My GBB JPY sale that I've been waiting for so long, finally has started. So I was on a sale yesterday. Sorry, I didn't join the TDA yesterday. I was on a sale from yesterday. So I sold at 65. I just exited now. I just exited now at around 82. That's 187 spot 65, and I exited at 186 spot 82. And the reason why I exited is because, of course, like you said, it has grabbed external liquidity. It has grabbed the opposite liquidity. So there may be some sort of pullback. So I said, instead of me, because I had a losing streak, right? I had a losing streak the GBB CHF trade that I took, that I reported myself. I just said, let me use that one and get my equity back. And then I can now start trading my way back up. And these are some of the psychological issues that make the difference between a trader who will do well in the long term and a trader who will understand how to analyze but not really make progress in their trading. You need to understand that trading is a game of probabilities. So if you've been having losing streaks, your goal is to build your capital back up, right? Before you now start focusing on maximizing profits. If you've been having winning streaks, your goal is to manage your confidence so you don't get overconfident and careless and give back all your profits. So when you've traded for a while and when you are starting to trade as a daily activity, well, not daily like taking trades every day, but you are trading as a profession, meaning you intend to use trading as a significant part of your income and career goals, then you have to learn things like this. So why did I exit? Very simple. I exited because, okay, let me show you the trade. That's the trade here that I took today. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Wow.
There's a reflection from my window. Let me see. So that's the trade, the GBP JPY sell all the way, and I just closed it now. So that's the trade there. So closed it for two reasons. Number one, if you notice, there is a shoulder. There's a shoulder from yesterday. Can you see the shoulder? 29th, early in the morning, Asian session. There's a shoulder there. Not today. The shoulder that was formed between 26th, Friday, sorry, I'm so sorry, Friday, Asian session on Friday. Where you have exactly, that's a shoulder there. That's a shoulder. And even the high of Thursday, 25th, is also a shoulder. So what did we see? Remember, we're expecting to sell the pair. We now saw a grab of liquidity all the way up. So yesterday's move, sorry, Monday's move, sorry, Friday's move was a grab of liquidity. Friday's move was a grab of Thursday's liquidity all the way to the upside, and it tapped into the previous shoulder of the 19th exactly. Can you see that? It tapped into that 19th. So as it tapped there, boom. So some people will have sold at that exact spot, right? So then it collapsed all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and finally broke structure. It has finally broken structure. So Thursday high is the shoulder. Friday's move is the grab of liquidity. There we saw a break of structure to the downside, break of the liquidity origin to the downside. Then we have seen fair value gap being formed. So there's a fair value gap from yesterday, exactly right there. There's a fair value gap right there. It hasn't been tapped. There's a fair value gap right there. It hasn't been tapped. And that fair value gap also doubles as a flip zone. It doubles as a flip zone because we have previous support becoming present resistance. So that place hasn't been tapped. Then we have a flip zone from the lows of 19th to 23rd to 25th. That's a whole flip zone that stretches across how many days? So we can do that again, mark that as our POI. We're interested in that. POI simply means point of interest, simply means the part on the chart that you are interested in. So that whole place down to the lows of yesterday, which coincides with the lows of Friday and the lows exactly, that is a whole flip zone. That is a whole flip zone. And then we also have the shoulder formed between 25th and 26th, the high of 25th, that whole shoulder. Exactly. That's another area of interest. So you see that 100, 120 pip zone, that 100, 120 from 187, right? All the way to 188.20. I'm looking at that whole area. I'm looking at that whole area, that neighborhood for pullbacks, So I'm wondering which news can trigger those pullbacks. I'm also looking at sentiment. Which news can trigger those pullbacks? Is there GBP news that can trigger? There's no red news, but there are a few here and there, but it's not really serious like that. But at the same time, because there's liquidity there, I'm checking Forex Factory. And so that's my schematic. That's my schematic. Around 9:15, 9:30, I will check to see what price will do. Let's see it on the 15 minutes. Let's see it on the 15 minutes. Okay. All right. So we see liquidity being engineered. Remember, they create liquidity, they consume liquidity. So right from New York high into Asia, we have not seen any grab of that exactly. 187.50. Nobody has grabbed that liquidity. Nobody has grabbed that liquidity. Those highs, they've not been grabbed. So can we have a sell without a grab of liquidity? Yes, we can. But typically, we want to see liquidity being grabbed. And I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. So let's interface this with yen. Okay, yes, you are showing me the shoulder bar. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a shoulder there. That's a sweep there. That's a break of structure there. Exactly. So it's looking enticing. So any sell you take now, right? Quickly move your stop to break even. Trail your stop because there's liquidity above. One of the most painful things in trading is for you to get stopped out and price to keep going your way. It can mess your psychology up, especially if it's the first trade of the week or the first trade of the day for you. All right. So let's juxtapose this with yen and see what's happening on the yen basket. We want to see the inverse of this move. Because sometimes the way I know that there may be no grab of liquidity, all right, is if sentiment is strong, then I know it may not come back for liquidity. So on that 15 minutes, just leave it like that. So let's look for the liquidity exactly on the 15 minutes. Say almost the same thing. There's a flip zone there. There's a flip zone there. There's a flip zone there. GBP interest rates this week. Okay, let me see. There's GBP interest rate this week. That's the trigger. Okay, further down. Where is the interest rate? Anyway, so yeah, I'll check that out. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, okay, so what are all the concepts we can see? Where is liquidity? Where is the flip zone? Where are the other blocks? So where is the liquidity? That's a fair value gap. There's inefficiency there. We can mark that. Is there a flip zone there? Where previous support? Okay, I see what you are showing me, Lekon. You are showing me the shoulder. You are showing me that's a shoulder. That's a grab of liquidity that breaks structure violently to the upside, forming a fair value gap, forming an order block, forming a flip zone. So, I mean, there's a lot going on there. So let's mark those two. So we can see price come back. That's what price is trying to do. That's what price is trying to do. So fair value gap, order block, flip zone. Flip zone is a place where previous resistance flips and becomes support. Exactly. So we have all of that. It has engineered liquidity. Look at equal lows just above the inefficiency. Equal lows there to grab liquidity. Same thing. Look at the flip zone. So yeah. So all of these are making a case for a pullback. A pullback. A pullback. So that's a sharp move. Now, someone can look and say, hey, why not trade this pullback? Yes, you can. But you have to know when you're on the offensive and when you're on the defensive. You see why I got out of my trade? Because sometimes you have to understand how the market breathes. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay? I don't know if this is helpful for anyone. So that's the shoulder there. That's the break of market structure or the liquidity swing origin, the break of it. So if price just taps into all these POI and reverses, That's it. Oh, that's it. So things like this don't happen every day. They don't. But you can tell the story of where you think price is going. So as price is unfolding, minimize your entries so that you don't take too many losses. So that when price now goes your way, you can build back up. The market is not always moving. There are some days when the market is dead. So except you are using a robot to trade on those days, just forget getting significant moves. Okay? We take little trades. That's the cost of doing business when the market is ranging. And then when we catch a good move, we ride that move. All right. Of course, we have our sentiment models that we use to confirm this on the floor. We have our IMF SDR, specialist drawing rights. We have our yen flow, which is captured also by yen basket. We have our bonds and bullion. We have our global inflation. We have our yen bond inflation. All these models, we layer them, we look at them on multiple time frames to see the high probability trades. Some people achieve this by using depth of market, by using volume analysis. Some use delta analysis. Some use bid-ask analysis. Whatever it is, you have to be able to clearly see where are the buyers, where are the sellers, where is the value coming from, where is the value going to. Once you understand that, either using sentiment or fundamentals or depth of market, the next thing you look at is where is the liquidity? Where is the liquidity? Where is the inefficiency? Where are the order blocks? Once you can create a story around this narrative, then you gradually be testing it out in the market using risk management, risk to reward ratios, and win rates. And then with a little bit of luck and a little bit of mercy from God, it gradually starts making sense. When I say a little bit of luck, this is what I mean. If you start trading for the week and your first two trades are losses, it's very likely that your psychology is messed up for that week if you are not an experienced trader. If you start trading and your first two trades for that week are profitable trades, you'll be shocked that you may just keep making money throughout that week. So that's what I mean by luck, where you are fortunate that you start your trading week or trading session with profits. That's where the aspect of luck comes in. Or you enter a trade and news just comes out that you weren't expecting and it just takes your trade, boom, straight into profit. It does something to your psychology. You'll be happy. Dopamine will have been released. Oxytocin will have been released. If you're feeling, serotonin will have been released. And it makes you feel good. And then you can go in the strength of that. That's why you notice some traders do exercise. They gym to make their body release those hormones so that they're in a good frame of mind. I think I'll stop here. We have seen everything we need to see. Now, someone can look and say, is that the pullback? No, that's not the pullback. I doubt this pullback because it hasn't grabbed the lows of yesterday. It hasn't grabbed the lows of today, and it hasn't entered any fair value gap. This pullback is dodgy. This pullback is dodgy. If you notice, it has even formed an IOFED, a fair value gap to the buy side and a fair value gap to the sell side. So I don't trust it. Stay out if you've made money, stay out, preserve your capital. If you've not entered, let's wait for better entries. Over to you guys back on the floor. If you have questions for me, please let me have them. Those of you who are planning or saving towards buying bots, you can do so when the market is ranging. Let the bot trade for you. When the market is trending, you can add your trades to the bot's performance. Thank you, everyone. Guys at the floor, we have some new faces on the floor. I'm seeing new faces. Who are the guys? Where are they? Introduce yourself, please.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Sua Rutgak from Jos.
Rutgak. Wow, all the way. God bless you, my brother. Hope are you learning or is it a waste of your time and your money? You didn't hear me. Okay. I can't hear. All right, no problem. All right, it's fine.
You
Good morning, sir.
Good
Can you hear
morning.
me, sir?
Yes.
I'm Destiny Prince sir, from Lagos.
All the way. God bless you, Destiny.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure,
Have
sir.
you learned? Are you making progress?
Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, someone is asking me a question. When I say ask questions that can impact your trading. Sir, I remember your video where you made $1 million on YouTube. I want to ask if it's a real account. That video was a very long time. Let me show you guys something. I don't do this, but every now and then, just to show you stuff. I was going through my videos. My phone is full. So I was going through some videos that I took like 4 years ago. So let me show you one of the videos, right? I don't know if you guys can see this. Before I show you the videos, let me show you the details of the video. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look at the date of the video. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the date?
Yes.
What's
September
the date?
17th.
What year?
September 17th, 2020.
2020, ba?
Yeah.
That's the date of this video, September 17th, 2020. So let me play the video for you guys. This is what you people like seeing. This is what you people like seeing. I don't show these videos. This is when I was in Zaria, before I started the floor. This is what you people want to be seeing, ba? If this is what you people want to be seeing, then you'll be happy. This is what you like, Abi. This is what you like. Let's shout. He's plenty. He's plenty.
Stop playing.
Don't play.
We go Kenya.
This is what you want to see, man. Let me just show you people. You are happy now, man. Now, the question I want to ask you, how does this help you? How does this help you? I asked them on the floor. There was a day I showed them, let's just talk. Okay, honesty and openness. Okay. All right. There was a day on the floor, I showed them the video of when my kids, we went to the bank together. That thing that Dangote did. So I went to pull out 100K USD. So I brought it. The guys on the floor have seen the video. And the first person I showed was Samimat. So my children were just playing with the money, playing with the dollars. My daughter was just playing with the dollars, playing. We went to the bank together. I withdrew the money and I put it back. This is before I set up the floor. Then there was another day in the floor that I brought 50K. I think I told them to hold it. I told them, Abby, them to hold the 50K in their hand. Abby held it like this that day, as if Abby should collapse. Abby said, like this Forex. We pin here. We pin. All right. So there are days you make a lot of money. There are days you lose a devastating amount of money. All right. So, yes, you can. Okay, let me even tell you something. The reason why I started the floor was when I had a losing streak. I think there was a day I lost 20 million in 2 days straight. The next week, I just said, I'm starting a floor. Let me use my money to be seeing what I've done with my money. I started the floor immediately. I said, at least if I have floor, I can be looking at the floor. If I lose money. So just to let you know, all right? So all these things these people are doing now, if we wanted to market that way, when we would have marketed before they even know the whole. But the focus is the long-term game. The long-term game. This is a profession. It's not for flexing. All right? All right, then. Who can tell me how much was in that video 4 years ago? Who can tell me how much was in that video? From what I showed you, how much was in that video? 10 million. I'll have 10 million USD and I'll be having flow. You will not see me. You will not even see me. All right. So thank you so much. Okay, Kelly and Nike, you're getting close to it. All right then. Thank you very much, guys. I don't do this, so it's this person that asked me this question that made me go and do this. And then I'm about to delete that video from my phone. So I just said, let me show it to you guys before I delete it. Thank you very much for your time. Over to you guys. Cheers. God bless.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. All right, everyone. This will be the end of today's TDA. And remember, our course up there. Anyone you want to take, be it FS Bootcamp for 125,000 Naira. We have the ATM cash flow for 100,000, Sunshine Scalping for 60,000, and ATM Plus for 30,000. Also, we have our bots too there. They are making steady profit, slow but steady. All right. And at the same time, we still have our prop passing service too. You want to pass your prop account, you can send it to us. We're happy to pass it. Very affordable. You can reach out to us on any of our social media handle. That of the floor too is there at Value Flow Trading, and also on WhatsApp. That's the WhatsApp contact there. Reach out to us. We're always here to serve you and give you the best service you want in this industry. Your profitability is our own joy. Get the point? You make the money, we make the money, we all make it and enjoy life. All right. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow morning. The time is 8:30 a.m. Cheers.